man, I just can't find a comfortable essay. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Welcome back to the NECC. In our next match, we take aim at the semifinals in the Western Champions Division. Lincoln Land Community College looks to live up to being the 3 seed and start a win streak against Montana after beating them 3-1 in week number 6. But the Grizzlies are looking to exact some revenge and are in a great place to do so. Back-to-back wins, including one massive one against Alabama Huntsville. The winner looking to tame the Broncos as they'll play Boise State in the semis. Loggers, Grizzlies, let's get it cracking. My name is Ethan Dolan, probably better known as Nullhead, and the handsome man you see on screen is Leachy.
Slow your roll, okay? I'm gonna need you. You're at a 10. I need you down at an 8.3, okay? We haven't even started yet, and I'm already like, I've got like Red Bull coursing through my veins, dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate the introduction. Montana versus Lincoln Land. You and I and our producer were talking behind the scenes as to what we thought these games, or the series rather, was going to end up in. I initially went with a Lincoln Land 3-1 until our producer piped up and said it was either going to be that or Montana in 5. I don't know, Nelhat, if you want to share your thoughts on that.
I think that is spot on. We know this Lincoln Land Community College Loggers team can bring the heat. They can pack a punch. But after seeing Montana get the win in 5 against Huntsville, the 1 seed, I don't think there's anyone this Grizzlies team can't topple. And I feel that way about the whole Western Division. The Wild Wild West is in full effect, and whoever draws first is going to find that win. I'm looking for some early offense from the Grizzlies if they want to make this upset happen against the Loggers.
I have gotten the pleasure of casting for Lincoln Land multiple times throughout the season. Have not had the pleasure of casting any Montana games, so I kind of need to stick with what I know. I do agree that a win in 5 is possible for Montana, but especially due to the fact that they're on, as you said, that two match win streak, one of which being over the indomitable or almost indomitable Alabama Huntsville. However, Lincoln Land have the likes of Rickles and Rule on their team, as well as Pig Grayster and JF Machine, great third men in their own right. But honestly, Rickles and Rule as a duo on the field can tear about any team to complete ribbons. And that's what I'm looking to see from Lincoln Land in at least the first 2 games. Maybe if they see that it's getting a little bit, I won't say easy, but not as challenging as they thought it would be for them after those first 2 games, maybe they'll be able to take a little bit of a step back, ride things out, not put so much pressure on their shoulders, and allow Montana to maybe overexert themselves. I do still think at the end of the day, it will be a Lincoln Land win, but I am super happy to be proven wrong.
Absolutely. And the game film that I hope Montana watched before this game was Lincoln Land's matchup against Boise State Blue. That 3-1 victory for Boise State was absolutely pivotal in their season. They turned it around, rattled off a few wins since then. But the important part was how they were able to expose the Loggers defense. They were pouring shot after shot on goal, and it all started from the midfield. They were able to find so much momentum out of their transition game, and I'm looking for the Grizzlies to do just the same. Coming in as the underdog, you really have to find every edge, and I think they're going to find the most significant advantage in the midfield. That's my big key for the night, outside the obvious mental game. We talk about it night in and night out. Coming in as the lower seed, there's something a little bit extra you have to do. You're looking across at the Loggers and saying, man, 3 seeds higher. That feels massive, but if I'm not mistaken, only 1 game difference. Lincoln Land at 6-3, Montana at 5-4. So these teams very, very close, despite what the seeding will tell you.
Very close indeed. Yeah. I mean, their overall record is only 1 game apart. Lincoln Land 6-3, Montana 5-4. Not too much to not too much to separate these 2 teams. I'm trying to look through other stats that may separate them, but Nelhead, I keep coming back to the one player on Montana. High Crew was again, we were talking before the stream went live, the only undecided sophomore out of all of these guys, and big ups to that. I
absolutely. I want a High Crew jersey. If y'all get the dub, send me a High Crew jersey. I will rock it. The tweets will be posted. All right, I'm a video production major, so I got that nice camera, and I hope that we're in for some nice gameplay. Game number 1 between the Loggers and Grizzlies getting underway here. Win or go home. We have finally made it to semifinals. The winners will be taking on Boise State Blue. Slothish looking for something in the corner here, but a good bit of defense from Montana to get things going here, Leachy.
Up very high, Slothish, Becky, and Get Over representing your Lincoln Land Loggers in that lovely shade of blue, going up against the University of Montana Bowtie, AZ, and High Crew in orange. 30 seconds gone, Mr. Nelhad. I can't wait just to throw things back and forth, just being as polite as possible. This isn't a Canadian cast, but we're going to do our best impressions here.
Absolutely. Becky looking for something there. Get over, trying to clear the ball, and here comes Montana. They're trying to find something here early, but Becky there able to get that one out of the danger zone. Bowtie trying to find something with high crew. Solid touch there. There's the center. Get over, the only one in position, but does a very solid job to keep everything clean. But here's Montana keeping things alive in the midfield. Becky may have the first solid opportunity. Good center, but no follow-up is available. AZ can't quite clear it, and Get Over's going to keep this possession alive for the time being. The center, good bit of defense right there.
Trying to keep the pressure on is Lincoln Land. Slothish, 0 boost in the corner. Always difficult plays to commit to, Nelhat. I love talking about this with other casters because I feel like so many people have different opinions of that. It's such, okay, you know what? We're going to talk about that in a second here because 90 seconds in, we finally have the opening goal, and it comes off of the nose of Slothish.
Slothish finds the opportunity. The defense caught out of position. Nothing can be done. An easy goal for the Loggers. Definitely not what you're looking for if you are Montana. But Leachy, back to your astute point.
I wouldn't go that far, my friend, but we'll see how astute we can make it. It's always a difficult choice whenever you're that far up the pitch to commit to a play when you have no boost. You need to really, really have excellent communication with your teammates. They need to know full well that you have got 0 boost going on, that you are sticking to a play and just trying to be as big of a nuisance as possible, typically in the corners when most players find themselves in those situations. You need to have a really, really good 50 game in order to make that game play or game plan rather work. Because if not, the second you lose a 50, it is going to be a long defensive rotation back for you.
Long defense rotation indeed, and Slothish bringing the defense there with phenomenal save. Bowtie trying to find some offense, Get Over, going to get bumped, and there's Slothish trying to take care of business, but is going to end up 6 feet deep. Another demo right there. This one getting a little bit gritty. AZ looking for the center, not going to get it to go. There's Bowtie fighting through. They may have a chance here, but Becky on the back end, able to clean that one up. High crew. There's Get Over with another solid bit of defense. The Loggers, they are absolutely building a wall in front of this goal right here, despite Montana's best efforts.
High crew looking for the clearance out of the corner, but doesn't quite work. Slothish, what an angle. That was ridiculous. 2 minutes to go, and that's the second goal.
Are you kidding me? Slothish striking again. Bowtie nowhere to be found.
Off the underside of the crossbar, too. Absolutely, I'm going to say it, irresponsible. That was an irresponsible shot, and he should know better. Slothish, ooh, trying to make it 3. Couldn't quite make contact, but now Becky's in a tough situation as High Crew chases him back into the corner. AZ will beat LLCC to that ball, and this one is still now headed up the side wall. Bowtie looking to work some magic, but can't beat Becky at the top of their own box. This one sent all the way back into the corner as High Crew looks for an effective pinch out and relieves the pressure on Montana's half for the time being.
Yeah, Lincoln Land looking so strong out the gates here. Montana's look solid. Their defense just hasn't been able to keep those goals out, and they've provided some solid shots on goal. Lincoln Land just stepping up when they need to. An opportunity here. Lincoln Land not going to find the clears on either of those opportunities. Montana trying to find it. This looks like a good shot for them. High Crew can't quite get the touch they're looking for. Becky attempting to clear. There's AZ. Good touch right there. This may be the Grizzlies' time to shine. The center, but blown up by the defense. Bowtie trying to salvage that in the back end, but nothing is going to come of that. Oh my God! Slothish, what a way to get the hat trick. Good golly, Miss Molly.
The pass from Becky, and Slothish snaps in reverse, flying the complete opposite. Caught me off guard. I can't even imagine what the players on the side of Montana are feeling. Dear Lord. A minute left now, and Lincoln Land are putting their stamp of authority on this match. We could see a very short night for Montana if they can't figure out how to deal with Lincoln Land's ever-threatening offense.
You know, it makes sense that Slothish is a business major, taking care of business so far in this one. As we said, a hat trick already. All 3 goals for the Loggers being put in by Slothish. They should be able to wrap this one up. Time dwindling there, and another goal. Becky going to get in on the scoring fun.
It's just they're passing like they don't even have to try there. Getting that ball over beautifully horizontal across. Now 4-0 here in game number 1. Nell had Lincoln Land are running away with this, and honestly, if Montana don't find a way to slow this down, I mean, I said it once, it's going to be a short night. I think it's going to be a painful night even if this doesn't get figured out soon.
Yeah, I gotta think that the Grizzlies are gonna come back stronger though, Leachy. They have fought all season to get to this point. There's no way I see them rolling over despite a poor performance here in game number 1. They won't let in another goal, but the result remains the same. A 4-0 win for the Loggers to kick things off. Massive performance from Slothish. 3 goals.
3 goals off of 5 shots, and I mean, everything looked, honestly, from the shot column from both sides of the field, it wasn't too different. Yes, Lincoln Land did have like maybe 2 or 3 shots total positive over Montana, but for the most part, the numbers other than the final score didn't look super lopsided, which is why I'm kind of surprised that it wound up being a 4-0 drubbing here in game number 1. I'm kind of concerned as to what that could mean for Montana going forward. And like, don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm, you know, really pushing for Lincoln Land here. I want to see a true fight back from Montana. I just, after that game 1 performance, I'm a little scared.
Yeah, it's tough to not be a little bit worried, but as you said, the stats were pretty similar across the board outside of the obvious score differential. So I am thinking that if Montana can just make sure, they were breaking a lot last game, if they can just find a way to bend, give up some things on defense, but not the goal, they can come back and win this. They are right there. They are neck and neck. They have to clean up a little bit on the defensive end, but I think if they do that, they can easily come back and make some noise here in game number 2. They looked pretty good on the whole. They just got to find a way to get some stops and convert their solid offensive opportunities.
Now, it's one thing to say that somebody needs to deal with the offensive ability of a team as a whole, in that Montana needs to figure out how to shut down Lincoln Land. But when you have players like Slothish who are able to pull off the shots that we just saw, like at some point you start feeling like you're just slamming your forehead up against a brick wall. Like no matter how good your defensive rotation is, no matter how quick you are to react, like solo efforts like we saw from Slothish in game 1 are the exact thing that is going to be just enough to break past a well-organized defensive team. And that is another reason why I'm a little shaky about backing Montana right now, is because and it's easy for me to say this because I'm just the idiot yelling into a microphone about the gameplay. I'm not the one on the field itself. But we didn't really see much solo effort magician stuff happening on the field coming from Montana. We saw plenty of it from Lincoln Land, and to me, Nelhead, that means one thing. It means Lincoln Land are comfortable, and if a team is comfortable, they are dangerous.
Absolutely. What it says to me is that Montana just has to find that star player. Even Michael Jordan early in his career lost to Sidney Moncrief from the Bucks in the playoffs. They got to find someone that's able to match that star power. They have to find the person that they can feed, and if they can do that, put Lincoln Land out of their comfort zone just a little bit, I think the Grizzlies can find something early on here. Looking for it, Slothish, the hero from game number 1, playing this one out of the corner, gonna get their lunch money taken. Good opportunity there, but even better defense. Montana, though, I like what I'm seeing early on.
You mentioned Michael Jordan. I love me a good game of baseball. Just wanted to put that out there. Hi, crew, getting the scoring started nice and early for Montana. That's 1-0.
And there it is, just like that. They have found their Sidney Moncrief. As you said, you love baseball. Montana getting it done. I believe High Crew was the player of the week last week for the whole league. So makes sense. Find the well, find that star player, and just absolutely feed them. This ball not looking favorable for Montana. Slothish gonna find an easy one. You have to avoid easy mistakes like that, just letting it go off the tip-off. No one in the vicinity to clean it up. Slothish, that's the easiest score goal they'll score all day.
Yeah, Bowtie, unfortunately, just kind of misjudging the bounce on the ground, was looking to catch it with the nose, and just didn't quite get there in time. Simple as that. So, unfortunate that Montana's early efforts will be wasted here with that mistake. But, at the very least, there's still about 4 minutes left. It's only 1-1. You might as well just restart it, or act like it's being restarted at the very least. Get over. Oh, a great 50. Dropping this down in front of the Montana players. AZ. Outside of this corner, Bowtie, excellent shot. Those are the kind of efforts that will win you games. That's 2-1. Montana are back in front.
Absolutely gorgeous team play there. Bowtie able to sneak that goal in, and here are the Grizzlies. This is what we were talking about during our little intermission. They need to find a way to convert those opportunities. They had similar looks last game. They just couldn't find the back of the net, and here we are, 2 goals already early on here, Leachy.
Up high on that sidewall, High Crew rotating back to deal with this one. Decent 50 off the nose of Slothish. Get over is now up, dropping it down. That is on target, requiring a save from Bowtie. And AZ had to come across just to knock it off of that sidewall to keep it out of the possession of Lincoln Land. Off the sidewall yet again. Get over. Waiting low. Not a lot of boost, but figured he'd fake something anyway, just to see if somebody would bite. Nobody did wind up biting, but hey, it's worth a shot.
Worth a shot indeed, especially come playoff time. Montana trying to cling to this lead, trying to expand it right here on the offensive end. Can't quite find it there. Good bit of defense. High Crew keeping this possession alive, looking for something, but there is the defense right there for the Loggers, coming in clutch for them. They are trying to strike back in this game, knotted up, leading 1-0 right now. Looking for an opportunity. Here's Montana once again. That ball a little bit errant, a little bit recklessly taken care of, but here they are on the transition, looking for something. The defense going to take care of that one.
High Crew looking for this clearance out as Becky keeps it in Montana's half for the time being. This one's off of the back wall. Bowtie, decent 50. Heads out to High Crew, who looks to manage it himself. That was a good demo as well, so able to build a little bit of pressure on Montana's side. AZ with a shot attempt, but the ball just slips underneath the car. Bowtie trying to make this one work. Not a ton of boost and misjudges that the flight of the ball. High Crew not ready to give up just yet, but the ball is taken away by Get Over. Minute 40 seconds left here, Nelhad, and Montana are still holding on to this 1-goal lead. Not sure how long this will last, especially with Slothish going with some gutsy plays there. 0 boost, very close.
Very close indeed. Montana comes back in the nick of time. As you said, they are clinging to this 1-goal lead. Get Over looking for something there, but can't quite find the offense. Slothish contesting in the air, and the ball once again popped up. Solid bit of defense from Montana. Can they turn it into offense? Another goal for Montana would be huge right now. Just feels like it'll put away the Loggers, and they may have opportunity here, but there is Becky on the defensive end taking care of business right now. The Grizzlies got to be careful, got to have your eyes on Slothish, trying to find a goal right there. A demo on the back end, trying to clear the ball here. The Grizzlies, they just got to play safe here, Leachy. They just have to maintain this lead. High Crew looking for something, got that early goal, not going to find any offense here. Bowtie tosses it up, the passing play back to High Crew, but that one's going to be blown up by the defense as well.
Final 30 seconds. High Crew will make it 3 from the halfway mark. And Nelhad, I dare say, Montana, I think, may have sealed this game too here. It's not technically impossible, but I feel like as casters, it's so easy to lean on the cliche of like, it's not impossible, but
not over till it's over.
Exactly, it's not over till it's over, but if you take the momentum into account, 30 seconds, all Montana needs to do at this point is just keep blasting the ball upfield, making sure that Lincoln Land wastes time and, more importantly, boost. Actually, time is probably the more important part of that equation. But, yeah, just slam it upfield. Keep it out of their way. High Crew couldn't quite make this one for. Bowtie giving it his best shot there. It was a very close one. AZ, no, can't drop it below the crossbar, but it won't matter. Great shot from High Crew. This one will hit the ground. Nelad, we have a tied series.
Yeah, I hope everyone in chat brought their sunglasses because a star was born in High Crew that game. Absolutely doing it all. Felt like they were all over the field at once, getting the big win for Montana right there. They are going to knot up this series at 1 game apiece. Leachy, what did you like from the Grizzlies in that performance? What did they change in your eyes that was so crucial?
They scored more goals.
Woo! That's a skull take. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell the difference between this right here and that take. Absolute fire. Get this man a coaching job. Hey, RLCS are hiring.
Oh my god. Anyway, dear Lord, remind me to never make that kind of a comment again. Dear Lord. Okay, so genuinely, I think honestly, Montana were just a lot more solid on offense, and that's such a general, like, broad statement, but I actually saw some activity from them, and maybe a little bit of that is due to Lincoln Land, like, slowing down a little bit, which allowed Montana to break out of their own half and actually have a chance at scoring and show what they were capable of, which, by the way, is a heck of a lot on offense. But I don't know. I'm now super interested to see how game 3 goes, because I think momentum has definitely swung away from Lincoln Land, but I don't think it's fully in favor of Montana right now. I think we're pretty much dead center again.
Yeah, it feels like we're equalized. I mean, obviously we're equalized on the scoreboard. It's like starting fresh, essentially a best 2 out of 3 now. I really liked what I saw from Montana, and I think you put it well, you put it simply. Yeah, they scored more goals. The offense looked better, right? They had those opportunities in game number 1. They just couldn't convert them. The shots looking a lot more crisp this game. High Crew putting the team on the back to a certain extent. We were talking about Slothish in game 1. They were the star. They were the star. They got the hat trick. They put in the goals. We need the Grizzlies to find a star of their own. And look what they did. They found them in High Crew in game number 2. We're going to see if the story's the same here for game number 3.
Toss 5 minutes up on the clock. Let's get this 1-1 series underway. At the very least, Nelhad, we're one step closer to one of these predictions coming true. High Crew is 1 goal closer to a victory in game number 3. Only took 14 seconds.
Yeah, High Crew being very efficient here. You see Becky close, but no cigar on the defensive end. And just like that, the Grizzlies keep it rolling. High Crew has come out of the woodwork and into the spotlight here in the semifinals, giving the Grizzlies the shot in the arm that they needed. We're going to see if they can continue to count on High Crew, as Bowtie will make a good defensive play on the back end, but the Loggers aren't giving up on this possession just yet. They may have a solid opportunity above the goal right here, but there is Bowtie getting the most out of their boost right there. Becky on the back end trying to set something up, won't get it to go there. The swarming Grizzlies defense takes care of that ball. High Crew trying to play it out. The hero from last game, as we talked about, getting it done not on the offensive end but on defense as well. Transition game here. There's a demo. They can't quite find it, and here is Slothish. Well, could be a solid opportunity, but there's the defense of the Grizzlies.
That was an interesting choice there. I can't say I agree with Slothish's move to slow that down. Had plenty of boost in the tank, and felt like if he just kind of stuck the pedal to the metal, he could have just kind of forced that into the goal with nobody in front of him. But I guess probably wanted to go for something a little bit more, shall we say, cinematic, and didn't quite work out. The one flick, or the flick did beat the first defender, but not the second one, as is usually the case when it comes to threes. Oh, a wide open one there, though. Slothish will make up for it, tying it back up. It's 1-1.
making up for it indeed. Get over, trying to find it here, sets it up. Slothish gonna reap the rewards. Didn't sow the seed, but got to harvest the goal right there, knotting us back up at 1 apiece. The Grizzlies gotta once again find some offense if they want to take the lead in this one. Doing just that off the gate here. High Crew looking for it, not going to be able to find an angle on the ball right there, but they still have the possession. A little bit of misdirect. Oh my gosh, so close, and AZ will be there to clean that goal up.
What a scramble on the goal line. Bowtie, honestly, a very deceptively slow touch there. It came off of the crossbar, but you could see the Lincoln Land players like just absolutely losing their mind on the goal line because they were sure that that was going in. And even if it was close, they needed to make sure that it was out. And that scramble is exactly what caused the melee that happened, and that opened the scoring opportunity for the Grizzlies. Becky, almost about to tie it up, but could not beat the stone wall of High Crew on defense. That shot is on target and will actually find the back of the net. Get over, ties it up yet again.
Get over with a very solid goal right there. Back and forth in this game so far. Neither team can hold on to a lead. The Grizzlies looks like they're gonna pull away 1 second, and the Loggers saying, wait just a minute, getting another solid goal. The Grizzlies right back on the offensive here. Can't quite find much off of that touch, but here's another one looking for the center. Get over, doesn't get the touch they're looking for. The ball precariously plays, and there is AZ again.
Just can't stop scoring. Slothish, an uncharacteristic miss there coming off of the defensive line. I wonder if maybe a little bit of intimidation was involved there with the Montana player coming through for the physical play. High Crew trying to get one off the kickoff, but won't work. This honestly, Nelhead, this is the most even game we've seen so far in the series, and I, for one, am loving it.
Loving it indeed as the Montana almost gets another goal there. High Crew can't quite find it. AZ in the midfield has a couple of goals right now, looking to add a third, get that hat trick right now. Going to pull off a big demo, get the numbers in the side of the Grizzlies. Ooh, Slothish can't find it there. Clear coming through. That 50 going to be won by the Loggers right here. Looking for something is Get Over, but can't quite find it, and they're not going to get much out of that possession. Looked promising at first, but hold on just a second. Get Over tries to find the center. They get the bump, but no follow through for that goal.
This one cleared now, high and long off the ceiling, rather. Becky, deal with this safely into the back corner, relying on Get Over's ability to win 50s here. Bowtie trying to drop this down and win a 50 against Slothish in midair, but that was always going to be a difficult task. AZ, no, can't get a touch on this one. High Crew sends it high, but Slothish up a little too high. Dangerous, Get Over misses the touch. Becky's in a very difficult spot. Needs a teammate to come in. Both of them do. Bit of a double commit there. Becky needs to scramble to get to the ball. Wow, Lincoln Land have been under a ridiculous amount of pressure, and they finally get it away. I gotta say, they kind of should be feeling like they got away with murder there.
Yeah, a lot of chaos. Their rotations weren't that crispy, but at the end of it, they don't allow the goal. 1 minute left on the clock here. The Grizzlies eyeing up a big game number 3 win. Be absolutely massive for the underdogs to find it here. Get Over, though, trying to change that. Can't quite find anything there. AZ going to find a hat trick on the other end. Big performance from them.
4-2 with 43 seconds left. Nelhad, I may be about to eat my words on that 3-1 prediction for Lincoln Land, and I don't care. I'm loving it. I'm having words for dinner. Give me second helpings, please. Montana, I am a huge fan of this gameplay that we're seeing, and what a far cry from Game 1 Montana. This is a completely different outlook.
Yeah, this feels like when Big Brother hops on the sticks after you play a game or two on his ranked account. But hold on just a second. Get Over from the Logger saying we are not done just yet. That goal looked a little bit too easy.
AZ couldn't quite get that ball clear. I suspect maybe ping may have had something to do with it, because you don't see players missing clearances like that too often. Be that as it may, it's still a 4-3 lead as the final seconds here tick down for Montana. AZ trying to find this one off of the back wall and will do so brilliantly. Bowtie cedes possession, but only temporarily. AZ has to rotate out as Get Over looks for the clear. This one's off the ceiling. Becky and Co need to keep this up high, and this could be the opportunity they were waiting for. What a save by Bowtie in midair. Wow, Montana get away with this one and now take, honestly, a well-deserved lead in this series. It's 2-1.
2-1 indeed, hanging on by the skin of their teeth right there at the end. Belici, you said it exactly right. Feels like a different team from game one. These Grizzlies have some bite to them after all and have been showing out right there. High Crew, big game last game. At the bottom of the scoreboard this game, baby, it doesn't matter. AZ stepping in and stepping up, putting on a show with the hat trick, and they needed every last one of their goals in order to get this 4-1 victory. What are we looking at heading into game number 4?
A lot of goals, I think. I'm super pumped about that. What, 3-6? The shots were tied on between both sides, 11 apiece for each of these teams. The saves were also tied, and the assists were tied. What? Who got the unassisted goal? Someone on Montana made something happen totally by themselves. That was about as even of a Rocket League game as you could possibly ask for. Honestly, Nelad, if that had happened game one, I feel like we would have had a much better sense of how even this series would have been going forward. As it was, you know, Lincoln Land taking such the dominant win in game number 1. Now we find ourselves in a game 4 scenario where Lincoln Land needs to rediscover the form that they had earlier in this series, and that is not a phrase that I have said very many times this season.
Yeah, this is very reminiscent. Oh, hold on just a second. Don't let me make my point just yet, because High Crew is going to score a point to get this one rolling right here. Very early, trying to get those on the board. The Grizzlies is going to take a lead. I was going to say, this is very reminiscent of Lincoln Land's loss against Boise State, one that probably stings the most out of any loss they've had all year long. It always just felt like when it rains, it pours for them. And it's kind of happening again. The Grizzlies have got a little bit of momentum going, and they have been able to keep it and add on to it.
30 seconds gone in game number 4. Never may it end. High Crew looking for the touch off of the back wall. It's Becky that will beat him to it. Get over. Oh, what a 50 by AZ. Just couldn't quite direct it on target. I think we'll forgive him for that. It was a good enough 50 win just on standing by itself. Bowtie gets this stabbed away from him as High Crew will carry it into his own corner. Has this taken away. Get over will make this one count. 2 seconds before the minute mark. It's back tied up again. Stop me if you've heard that one before.
Knotted up yet again. This whole series has looked like a new pair of shoes on a rainy day, all tied up. As he said, 2 seconds to the minute mark, and they find an easy goal right there. Blown bit of defense. Bowtie up for this one. Not going to have the boost to get there. Montana, I would say they have to be sweating, but they were here last game, Leachy. They were in this exact situation of back and forth affair, but hold on just a second. Becky trying to flip the script from last game, not able to find the back net there. They were here. They were able to battle it out, but Becky's going to find another goal right there.
Unhappy with being down for too long, Becky takes it upon themselves to stab this one in off the back of a pass. An excellent one from Slothish. I don't want to overshadow that too long. Nelhad, we're being told by our producer, I think a very interesting fact here, that this is the first time this entire evening that a lower seed in the tournament has had the lead here in the series. So if anything, Montana, that is a great thing to hang your hats on. They don't want to be resting on their laurels just yet, because they need to get through this game 4, and they have even more work to do given that they're a goal down right now.
Absolutely a lot of work still to be done, but impressive stat nonetheless. Looking for something there. Can't find the bump in the back end, but the triple commit's going to lead to a goal. High Crew finding the back of the net, and we are all tied up.
It's just goal after goal. We haven't even seen 2 minutes in this game yet, and it is simply nonstop. And I love this game so much. I thank my lucky stars every time I realize that this is what we get to do here. So let's talk, let's scream into our microphones about the remaining 3 minutes of this game. Let's get, you know what? Let's get double-digit total goal score here. If I don't see at least 5 goals from every single one of these teams, I'm going to go home disappointed.
We don't want that. Better start scoring here in a hurry. AZ playing that one off the wall. Get over, up for the goal, and there it is. 1 goal closer to Leachy's goal for the night. 2:33 on the clock. Beautiful bit of team play right here. Get over, able to convert. Bowtie not able to get back in time right there. Once again, a back and forth affair, but this time it looks like Lincoln Land will be having the upper hand.
We're halfway there, boys. 5 goals. Come on. We just need 5 more. 2 from one team, 3 from another. Let's go. Get over. Waiting very patiently to drop this one down. Decent catch, decent 50. AZ will beat 2 players to this ball, requiring Slothish to get a half-decent save out. Now, that same player will be seeing this all the way into Montana's half. Becky stabs this one down. High Crew stabs this one away. Off that back wall, Slothish looking for the clearance, does get it. Get over will chase this, uses a ton of boost to get there. Won't do him any favors when rotating back on defense. Oh, a little bit of melee there at the top of Montana's box, but they do manage to get away with this one. Get over, getting up, and Slothish trying to pull. Whoa, he will put this one in. I thought that was a guaranteed save for Montana, but I guess Destiny had different plans.
Absolutely. AZ looked like they had an easy save right here, but oh, not quite the second activation of the jump that you were looking for. A 4-2 lead here for the 3 seed. Lincoln Land looking like they're trying to send this one to a full 5-game series. Becky and Slothish on the offensive end. They can't find anything here to start. AZ up in the air, doesn't quite get it to go. There's Becky keeping the possession alive, trying to set him up. Bowtie advancing the ball here, but Sloth just there to cut off any progress they had. Get over, just a little bit high. AZ coming through with a solid defensive effort, and here's transition from the Grizzlies. They got to find a goal here and find it in a hurry. 1:10 to go, and they trail 2.
AZ seeing this one clear, has Bowtie in the middle, but a bit too much sauce on that ball. Now this one's popped high. Becky off the back wall. This is a great position if you're in Lincoln Land, if you're a Lincoln Land player, because you don't really need to put too much more offensive pressure on the ball. Just solidify your defensive rotations. Make sure everybody's where they need to be. Don't let the comms break down. Easy for me to say. And you pretty much got this one in the bag. You just need to hold on to this lovely 2-goal cushion for another 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, and that first goal has to come soon here. Slothish, good bit of defense, or offense, excuse me, right there. Keep it alive in the midfield. Bowtie looking for it. Becky, great center. Get over, can't quite get it to go. 20 seconds on the clock. The Grizzlies have to strike soon here if they want any type of chance. Becky, solid shot on goal, and that one should be sending us to game number 5 with just 14 seconds to go.
So, if my calculations are correct, we're going to game 5, and everyone on production has big brain.
Oh, yeah.
Producer predicted either a Lincoln Land game 4 win or a Montana game 5 win. The Lincoln Land game 4 win is out of the question, or rather win in 4 is out of the question. We're headed to game 5. Nelad, I don't know if I see this going any other way. I think Montana takes this.
I will say, I made the prediction, and I probably have the smallest brain out of every person in the NECC. I just bring the mouth. I just bring the expressive hands, all right? I bring nothing else. So, probably safe to bet. The fact that I picked them should tell you probably 75% chance that the Loggers come out with the win on this side. But regardless, has this been one fantastic series of Rocket League or what? We're getting a full 5 out of the 6-3 matchup. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you could say that again. This has been quite a series. We're in game 5. I can't wait to see what the channel point predictions look like. I'm like freaking out about this. I want to see what you guys in chat feel about this. I want to see what our audience thinks, because at the end of the day, we're just the neutral party. As much as people cry like bias this, bias that, blah, 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 we're just trying to make it entertaining, folks. You guys are the ones that are here supporting your specific teams. We want to see the support from you in chat. We want to see it in those channel point prediction votes. Get out, support your teams. It's game 5. It's win or go home. This is as much of an all or nothing situation as you could possibly ask for.
Drop the bits. Drop the bits in chat. US West servers, as noted, home field advantage will be going, if it's west, Montana's further west. I'm not mistaken, correct? I'm not, like I said, not the smartest guy in the room, but
I couldn't tell you. My geography was not the reason I went to school. I'll tell you that much. But we're being told by the teeny tiny little fairy in our ear that apparently, yes, this is technically an advantage towards Montana. Nelhad, I can't wait to see how this one shakes out.
confirmed Montana is further west, and confirmed we are in a game number 5 right here. If you're just joining us, you've missed an absolute banger of a series featuring a lot of goals by High Crew right there. Not gonna find anything to start this one off. Here is Becky with a solid bit of defense. Ooh, the Grizzlies look like they want to get game 5 started off early. High Crew can't find the goal there again. Becky playing it off AZ, trying to keep this one alive, able to do just that for the time being. Attempts the pinch, looks for the center. Here's High Crew. That one's going to be a bit high. The double tap, but there's Becky on the follow through. Oh my gosh, yet another save. The center comes through. Oh, get overs there again. They just built a wall right in front of the goal right there. High Crew, no one able to get it done.
These two teams are going to be the reason why, when we cut back to the caster screen, I'm going to be alive and Nelhad will be dead in his chair. And I won't be able to help him because I'm like half a freaking country away. So it is what it is. Long may it last, I guess. Sorry, Nelhad, but I prefer an exciting game of Rocket League. So
it's worth it.
Okay, good. As long as we're on the same page about that.
I will die for a game 5, especially in the playoffs. Becky looking for something. Slothish now, the one in the corner, can't get it done right there. Continues to play it up, but there is the defense. Get over on the back and playing to High Crew. Slothish can't win that 50 right there. High Crew just superior positioning, but neither team able to really manufacture any solid looks here. Montana came with the heat early on, had a few looks at goal, but since then, Leachy, no solid offensive opportunities.
Yeah, I'm surprised. This has been the longest we've taken to find our opening goal. Could it be right here? Slothish, no, what a touch there from Bowtie, AKA Boat Guy. What a save, just to knock that right down to the exact right angle to keep that out of the goal. I think it bounced off the inside of the post, in fact. Wow, yeah. I cannot believe we have yet to find this opening goal. I mean, but it's definitely not for a lack of trying. Both of these teams are really just giving it their all right now. It's only a matter of time.
This feels like the best defense we've seen. Demo right there, numbers advantage, going to the loggers for a little bit. Bow tie up and at him, can't quite get that one. AZ there, the last line of defense, 2.5 minutes to go, and we still don't have our first score. Get over. Oh, the defense not there, but the demos of Slothish gets and not the goal. There's the defense again. Bow tie able to scoop up that save. 2:15 on the clock. That's a nice shot, but Bow tie's there yet again. Get over. Can't find it, but Becky sure can. 1-0 Loggers.
That was a great attempt by Bowtie, but was put in such a difficult position because he needed to keep the ball out, but his only option was the backflip, which kind of put the ball on a platter for the surging Lincoln Land players who took advantage of that and will take advantage of it every single day of the week and twice on Tuesdays. Today's Friday, so they only did it once. As you can see, they only scored once, but it is what it is. 2-minute mark, Nelhad, and Lincoln Land with the home field advantage going towards Montana. They are the ones holding on to the 1-goal lead.
Yeah, and they may find another goal here, but High Crew is there for the save on the back end. Slawfish goes for the center. There's the defense. Bowtie, can they find something here? Solid to keep that alive. Up in the air, a shot on goal here, but Slawfish there to clean that one up. Does earn a savior for the game off of that. AZ able to play that one out. Slawfish, solid shot. There's High Crew. They get a savior as well. So much defense being played here. A minute 20 on the clock and a 1-point lead for the Loggers. Becky able to get that one out of their own half, but it comes right back. Slawfish, good touch right there. AZ coming through, able to get a solid contact on that one. But here is Becky, get over the goal. Not quite open. Bowtie there in the nick of time.
The saves are ridiculous from Montana. Keep them coming, man. Keep them coming. You guys are keeping Lincoln Land at bay. Oh, man, you just need to find the back of the net yourself. So close there. Montana can't buy a goal right now, and now Nelhead, the time is ticking down further and further. We have just over 30 seconds left. Montana, this is a do or die situation, and Lincoln Land can probably afford to sit back just a little bit, soak up the pressure. A double demo from AZ, and it's still not enough to open up the shooting lane for Montana.
It was garbage pickup day, and AZ pulled up with the dump truck, but it didn't even matter. They couldn't find the goal. 15 on the clock. Win or go home. They got to send it to overtime. The lone goal from Becky right here. 8 to go. We got 5 on the clock. Becky playing it out. There's the center, but they can't find it. 1 on the clock. AZ, you got to keep this one up, as that is the series. Lincoln Land squeaks out a 1-goal win. That game was all Becky all the time.
1 goal. 1 goal. Nelad, 1 goal. After all of the scoring that we've seen tonight, 1 goal is what separated these two teams. Could anyone have predicted this in A, to go to Game 5, B, to have the Game 5 ending scoreline be 1-0 to the team that is technically disadvantaged on in terms of ping? I love this game. I love this game. It's so good.
The Grizzlies wind up losing a heartbreaker, and the Loggers will have the tall task of taming the Broncos next week. A matchup that we've seen before, a matchup that the Broncos won in dramatic 3-1 fashion. If you go dig through the clips, I think the top Rocket League clip of all time is that overtime goal, or that regulation goal to get the win. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. I believe that was in game number 3. Boise State Blue is going to be a tall task for these Loggers.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the rest of this shapes up, because if Lincoln Land had this much trouble getting past a Montana that was honestly terrifying to come up against, I am so happy that I'm not in the position that these players are in. We could just talk about it from a bird's eye view. I'm so thankful that I don't have all this pressure on my shoulders. But if Lincoln Land had that much difficulty getting through Montana, scraping by the skin of their teeth in Game 5, what in the world are they going to have to pull out of thin air to beat Boise State? I cannot. That is going to be a matchup of epic proportions, and I cannot wait to see that unfold.
Yeah, and speaking of epic proportions, we're going to get Slawfish in here, who had an epic game number 1. If you remember that hat trick, feels like an hour ago by now, after all that has happened between now and then. But a phenomenal series from Slawfish. So as soon as we can, we will be pulling the business major into here. Once again, the team taking care of business. Yeah, I know how to use that pun, but it's so nice, I had to use it twice. Welcome, Slawfish, to the booth.
Yo, how's it going?
Fantastic after watching that performance. First thoughts, you got Boise State coming up.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. We've been talking. I'm not sure if he's their captain or not, but Instinct, he's a close friend, so it's gonna be a fun match. I'm really excited for it.
Dude, Game 1.
yeah.
What?
Don't talk about like Game 3 though. Jeez.
What? We'll get there. Game 1, okay? Please. people like those were like clutch moments that you would see in like game 5 overtime situations, and you were banging them in right and center, literally left, right, and center because you had a hat trick. What I mean, was that like hype moments from your teammates? Are you just like shutting down and going pure tunnel vision for their shots? Like, talk me through your thought process when you're in the middle of hitting bangers like those.
Yeah, so I mean, all week we've been preparing for this match, right? We were talking, we just need to get off to a hot start, and like I couldn't have done it without these two guys. They saved me a bunch of times in the game, but they were setting me up left and right. So we just were ready to come up to a hot start. And fortunately, it was me that was able to finish off their passes, though.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. I want to take a look forward once again. We know that you held that somewhat painful loss to Boise State, I believe, all the way back in week number 5. What is going to be different? How are you preparing to take on this strong Bronco squad?
Oh yeah, for sure. We already watched a little bit of the VOD back that we played against them, even just to prepare for the Montana match, and we've noticed that we are like a whole new team since I think it was like week 3 around there. So yeah, I think we just got to implement like our new play style that we've been doing.
There's one last question for me, and I do want to. I love looking forward to Boise, but I feel like we need to just do a little bit more talking about the game that we just saw, because dear Lord, what a matchup. Did you have any inkling that Montana was going to give you this much trouble? Like when you guys kind of, I mean, I don't want to say steamrolled, but 4-0 in game 1. Like it looked at least pretty easy for you guys. And then they come back going 2 games up, or 2 games in a row to go 1 game up in the series. I mean, what was going through your mind, like in terms of how you guys prepared for this matchup? Did it surprise you at how hard of a fight that they were putting up?
Honestly, no, not at all, because we know that this league is very competitive. Like every match can go any way. I'm pretty sure last week Montana took down Huntsville, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we know every match is going to be a battle. But obviously, we would have liked it to go a little smoother than this. But we're happy to come back after taking those 2 losses in a row.
A win's a win.
Always.
Yeah, a win is a win indeed. Slothish, unless you have anything to plug, unless you have anything else, Sammy, if you want to drop your Twitter, there's no shame, no shame. Try to rack up those followers. But if you've got nothing else, we will say goodbye to you and congrats on the big win.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Nelhad, what a match. I would love to, honestly, can we get the replay of that match and just like watch it again? Can we just do that? Would you guys really be that annoyed if we got to watch that again? Because that's all I want to do right now. Like, I wasn't expecting to be this pumped at 11 p.m., but here we are. And not many things can do that to you, like a spicy game of Rocket League. And that is exactly what we just witnessed.
Absolutely. Cancel the Fresno State game. I don't want to see it. Let's just run this one back on loop. Oh, man. But we would if we could, but we do have one more game tonight. Another 6-seed Fresno State Red trying to pull off the upset. Leachy, do you have anything else before we send the nice people in chat to a quick break?
Thanks for casting with me. That was an absolute blast. I've never worked with you before, and now I would love to work with you again. So, Nelhad, thank you for making my night easier. I'm sure you and I together made our producer's night more difficult in some way that he'll probably moan and complain to us in our ears, and is probably queuing up to do right now. But I'm just gonna steamroll and bowl right through him and just keep on talking. So, Nelhad, thank you very much. That was awesome.
Of course, the feeling is mutual, and we will hear the complaints from the production end right now as we send you to the break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Fresno State trying to pull off a big upset on the other side.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Jeez, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
This is the beginning of something special, something different. The games may change, but competition and skill do not. Students coming together to represent Fresno State with support and leadership. Fresno State students will discover and develop their potential. From all walks of life, esports players are passionate, driven, dedicated, and